Well, welcome everyone. How do we change the world? How do we make it better? How do we think about solving the massive problems we have around the world? We think outside the box. We bring innovation. We bring new approaches. We bring an entrepreneurial mindset to things. And I think that kind of thinking is what shapes the world. It certainly changed my life, and it changed Silicon Valley. More than 20 years ago, when I sat down with a group of graduate students and just said, it's going to be possible to build a computer on a single chip. What does this mean for the world? How does it change the way we should think? How should it shape the way in which computers are designed? That kind of thinking outside the box. I still remember back many years ago when I got called over to a trailer where a few graduate students were sitting. I went into their office. It was stacked with pizza boxes this high and used Coke cans. I walked in and they said, well, we want to show you something new. It's called Yahoo. This is the way Dave and Jerry were solving a problem they saw, which was the internet was expanding so fast that they and their friends wanted to keep track of interesting websites. So they showed me a demo. And I knew the minute they showed me that their favorite pizza parlor would take orders on the World Wide Web, that the web was going to change our world. And sure enough, it has. You know, two young guys, Larry Page, Sergey Brin, sitting there thinking about internet search. There are already internet search engines out there. You can go out on the web and use them. They were built by great people. They work pretty well. Two young guys saying, well, maybe we can do better. And that uninhibited, that willingness of a young person to rethink how a problem was solved, rethink how we approach it, changed the world because it led to Google, a great search engine, and a company that's done phenomenally well and changed the world. I was fascinated to see recently that the best way to predict flu outbreaks in the United States is to go on Google, because more people use Google when they get flu to find out what they should do to take care of their symptoms. So it predicts flu outbreaks 2 weeks before the National Center for Disease Control knows they're a flu outbreak. Look how we've changed the world. But I think we're also changing the world using innovation to solve big problems. Take the fundamental question of how we think about our natural resources in this country. How do we use our land and our water? Well, there's a great project led by one of our faculty members, Gretchen Daly, thinking about how you think about natural resources and their value to us. This kind of thinking, this project called the Natural Capital Project, has saved the city of New York hundreds of millions of dollars by preserving watershed and using the natural ability of the land to filter water, as opposed to building filtration plants that would have cost $1 billion. It's a completely different way of thinking. Or a class at Stanford called Entrepreneurial Design for Extreme Affordability that encourages students to think about designing products which save lives and make lives better in developing countries, in the poorest countries around the world. Examples of projects they've had: a scheme for building a low-cost baby incubator for $25 that can save low birth weight babies who are born in countries far removed from medical care. Or a project to improve drip irrigation that allows farmers to use drip irrigation, thereby preserving fresh water and making more effective use of it. Or a project to design a new solar lantern that can be used in small villages that don't have access to electricity. It's that kind of innovative thinking that is going to change our world. We face a lot of problems out in the world. We have to think about them with a new mindset. We've got to approach them differently. You're going to participate and have the chance to participate in a global innovation tournament. I want you to think outside the box. Think about new approaches to problems. Think differently. Who knows? One of you may solve one of the great problems we face around the world. Good luck in the tournament and have a great time. Thank you.